Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Teena Talks. I do a new episode every single Tuesday, so if you like all things drag, all things comedy and all things solution, please go and subscribe, and be also sure to go and like and comment, because every single like and comment that I get, it makes me feel a little bit more famous. So if you do that, I'll love you forever. Now, I'm a very famous woman all the way from Kettering, Northamptonshire, based in Liverpool. And for me, I love it when I get the opportunity to go and do a drag makeup tutorial. Now, I've already done 2 tutorials before. I've done one all about affordable drag makeup, and I've also done one about dyspraxic drag makeup as well. So I thought for this week's episode, let's do something a little bit fun, a little bit crazy, and let's go and do an old lady drag look. Now, I'm already quite an old lady as it is, so I don't have to age myself too much, but I am going to age myself even more than normal. So sit back and relax. Today I'm drinking, don't want to say it. It's going to be lots of fun, so sit back and relax, and hey, let's go and do an old lady drag look. Woo! Pussy. Tastes quite nice actually. So here we go, wig cap is on. Now, I'm going to give a little bit of a precursor here. I'm not trying to offend anyone who is older. Of course, you could be an older woman and have really flawless makeup. But do you know what? As Teena, I like to be a little bit messy, a little bit chaotic now and then. So I'm going to maybe do the worst things I can possibly do to my face, apart from putting on makeup normally, to really sort of age me. I want to look decrepit. I want to look like I've just crawled out of an oil painting. Is that a bad thing? I don't know. But also it's going to be fun as well to work out as well what also ages people as well. So maybe we can also do a little bit of a disclaimer there that I'm going to teach you stuff not to do if you want to look younger. And if you want to look younger, look at my other drag tutorials. Thank you. Also, I get aged as well wearing a wig cap because you can see my receding hairline. Anyway, doesn't matter, does it? The first product I'm going to use today is a foundation, and I'm going to go for the lightest foundation I have, and it is by Crash Cosmetics in the shade Latte Fantasy. Now, Crash Cosmetics, the Spanish brand, they also sponsor Drag Race Spain. I bought this when I was in Spain on my tour of Spain. I'll put a little link above if you want to go and see how I got on. It's far too light for my skin. I had to use it because I ran out of foundation over there. And yes, it's really going to age us. So hey, let's go and put it on. Actually, I'm going to apply it just like an old lady. I'm going to go and just rub it into my skin. I maybe should actually prime first. No, I'm looking old. I don't need to prime. Today, priming is a crime. Oh, my poor paws. That sort of rhymes, doesn't it? My mum always applies her makeup with her hands. I never understand why. Always like to use a brush and a beauty blender. I'm going to go and use a beauty blender in a moment. But it's just, yeah, just getting it on the skin. I think it sort of comes from, you know, the olden days. Back in the 2010s. No, you know, like sort of in the 80s when women would, you know, drive to work, you know, fag in one hand, gin and tonic in the cup holder, just applying their makeup on the way. Just how they used to do it, I guess. But fingers can be good as well, because you sort of warm up the foundation in your hands and get it on. But yeah, I like to usually use a brush and always prime, but if it's going to crack a little bit, that's good. It means the look is working. Working, that was very Kettering, wasn't it? A bit more for the beardy area. See, I'm not performing tonight, so if I look horrendous, it's fine. Never stop me normally. Now it's time for the contour. I'm going to use something I use for my affordable drag makeup. It's become a real staple in my drag kit. It is a Technic contour in the shade Cool Medium. It's really far too dark for my skin. It doesn't look good really on anyone, especially when you're so white. But we're going to be really playing with the contrast of the highlights and the contour today. So this is the perfect contour shape for me. Now we're trying to be an older lady today. So what we're going to do, we're really going to go and chisel out our cheekbones to start with. You see, I'm taking it right to where my eye stops. And we're keeping it nice and chunky, like a chunky heel. Ta-da. And then we're just going to go and bring it up a little bit like that. Okay. We're going to do the top. So for the jawline, I'm going to really sort of elongate the roundness of my face. My face is actually quite heart-shaped, but I'm going to make it really round. I'm going to add at least 50 pounds to this look. 50 pounds, which is like 4 stone, which is like a lot of kilos international people. So I'm just going to go straight down like that. I'm just going to go and bring it to the middle, like that. There you go. And I'm not going to do the jaw. I'm going to keep the jaw really sort of empty. It's really going to show the effect of sagging. Okay, now we're going to put it into the skin. On that really round face. I'm now imagining people in the future now, older people, older women, don't cancel me, doing this look because I think it looks really good. You're not trying to do a bad job, you're trying to do a good job at doing a bad job. You know what I mean, faithful subscribers. You should subscribe and comment as well, and like, thank you. Now we've done the contour, now we're going to go and do the highlight and the concealers. And for that, I'm going to use a product I bought a year ago and I really, really despise it because I want to have that cakey, heavy look. So I'm going to use the well-received and recommended Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Light Neutral. People rave about this product. I bought it when I was over in Canada and I was very disappointed. So I'm going to use it up, but I'll never throw it away because it was expensive. So yeah, let's go and do the highlights. Gosh, this product is bad. Tarte. You Tarte. It's awful. Awful. But that's the thing as well with makeup. It becomes such a second instinct. Is that the term? You know what I mean? Because you do it so often. Like the other day I was performing and I had to get ready in the backstage area. There's hardly any natural light at all. I only had the light of my makeup mirror. Then they decided to go and get a heater in for the other performers. So then everything sort of went sort of an orange colour. But I sort of knew where everything went and I looked gorgeous. So it didn't really matter. Forehead. Very small bit. Nose, nice and flat. I look horrendously gorgeous. And of course we need to go and cut out that nice rosy round jaw as well. So you see I come all the way down, I'm going to go and take up to the nose, like that. That's a nice sound, isn't it? Oh, I just got a message from the Scandalo from Drag Race Spain. Felicidades mi amor, robbed queen. Go and support the Scandalo. So now we've got the concealer and we've got the contour and we've got the foundation down. We're now going to go in now with an even lighter concealer to really sort of start building that contrast, because we want to go and use all that dark we've already put down to really sort of just be really sort of gaunt, to just show years of smoking and sunbeds and essentially the life I've had at the age of 30 something. Shut up. I'm just going to put it into the centre of where we have done the concealer. Oh yeah, and this is Light Ivory Elf, sorry. Good old trusted concealer. Actually, this is what's going to make it look really, really cakey, too much concealer. Yes, the eye bags are eye bagging, yes. Now I've got one more thing to go and do to my face before I go and set it, and I'm going to celebrate alcoholism, yay! Or rosacea, which has not been caused by drinking too much alcohol. Do not cancel me. And for that, I'm going to go and use a very, very dirty foundation brush from Morphe, which I love to use as foundation. But as you can see, it sort of started to sort of thistle apart, which can be really, really good to sort of burst those blood vessels. And for this blood vessel look, I'm going to go and use a blush from Made by Mitchell in the shade A Shy Boy. And now we're just going to go and dab this in, like that. Make sure it's nice and separated. And we're just going to go and dab it on the cheeks. And on the nose as well. It looks cute. No, it doesn't. Time for more pussy. Just spilt it. I spilt my pussy on my face. So when we go and powder our under eyes, we want to make sure all of it's layered in the right way, and we get into all the crevices and we go and push it in and we make sure it's really sort of smooth afterwards. Not today, my friend. We're going to go and absolutely just stamp it on as heavy as we can. And we're going to make sure this lovely powder, Revolution translucent baking powder, it just sticks on the skin and it just really ages me. I want to see those bags from the Great Wall of China. You know what I mean? So usually I would go and tap this on my hand. No, we're going to keep it really, really heavy and we're just going to set it as it is. Again, my muscle memory is telling me, don't do this. And now on top of it, we're going to bake it even more, and we're going to make sure the powder really sort of sits on the skin and just creates, you can see all my fine lines. But this time I'm going to go and scrunch my face and really help it get in. So scrunch your face. And now we're going to set it with my scrunched face. Hold it. If you're not coughing, you're not doing drag. And let it go. Same on the other side. And the forehead. Raise up your forehead as much as you can. I don't have Botox, you see. If you have Botox, you can't be an old lady. And so we're going to keep it up. Hold it. So, here we go. Back in 5 minutes. Okay, it's been over 5 minutes. Now it's going to go and pad everything else. Wait for all the turfs to have a go at me for this look. Woman face. Look at that. Gorgeous. You can really see the eye baggings bagging now, yeah. Now for the eyebrows, I'm just going to use my regular drag pens for this. I'm using a She Glam Brow on Demand. We're going to start off with the pencil side, and we're going to trace where the eyebrows are going to be. So I'm now doing the brows, and of course this woman back in the 80s probably used lots of sunbears and smoked lots of cigs and drank lots of alcohol. But this type of woman also really, really cares about her eyebrows, because it's one part of her face she can go and fix for £8 or £2 with a little that thing. Plucking thing from Poundland. So we're going to do them really sort of nice and really sort of sharp and overdone. Now I shave off my eyebrows, but again, it's second intuition, first intuition, you know what I mean. You just know where to put them. I'm doing them lower than usual because I'm not doing really a drag face today, of course. Well, everything is drag, but you know what I mean. There we have it. These are quite nice actually. I go out of these like it's a boy really, but hey. But we are going to add some texture, and again this is a product I got from Amazon by WUW, and it's like little hairs. We're going to add some hairs in to really sort of show that, just to show that I've got actual hairs, although they are shaved off. Stunning. Now it's time for eyeshadow, and I'm not trying to look absolutely horrendous. I'm still trying to be a woman who does sort of take a little bit of care of her appearance. And for that, I'm going to go and apply the eyeshadow with my hands. For the first shade, I'm going to be using, I can't even read that. I think it says Raddy Duck. Raddy Dusk by Makeup Obsession, which is a really, really good shadow brand. But just like an older lady, I'm just going to go and use my fingers. I'm going to use the shade Puck. Put it in my hand. I'm just going to go and just put it all over. Again, I'm picturing her in 1982, just driving to work, just putting on some little colour to look really, really sexy in her. It's going to say receptionist job. You're going to cancel me and say women can do more things than receptionist. She could be a housewife, so whatever. So there we go, one side done. We're just packing it on. It's what these women do. Pack it on and sort of blend out towards the eyebrows. Blend out and just sweep up. As long as it's on the face, that's what they think. I'm just really just powerful, and it's Christmas. I got my kids coming over. I want to look really sort of pretty for them. Are you a woman of a certain age? Are you absolutely horrified by this video? Comment. I'm not a rage baiter. I am. Just for me now. Blend. English is my first language, honestly. Peppino, I'm like the Hilaria Baldwin of drag. And just sort of, yeah, just blend it over there and onto my sort of fake wing. I look so gorgeous. So now I'm going to use something really bougie. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury, the Icon palette, which my mum gave me. And I'm going to use the, Disco Eyes, which is this one here. It's a little shimmer. I'm going to put it in the corner because, you know, I want to show a little bit of sparkle at the end of the day. I want to look, you know, glamorous for Trevor, my husband, and my kids coming, and my grandkids. I'm just tapping it in the corner. It's just going to sparkle and look gorgeous. I'm going to say this woman now was CEO of her own company, and she can afford Charlotte Tilbury. She doesn't have a mum giving her makeup products, because her mum probably died in 1952. Cancelled. And of course we need to go and do eyeliner as well. Now I have hooded eyes, so eyeliner is always really, really difficult for me. So all I'm going to very, very simply do is just do the corner. So essentially when you're doing makeup, you want to go and sort of put the focus on this side. We just need to go and show that we have it on. I will be wearing lashes as well, so. Just opens up the look, right? Get the London look. Now we're going to move on to the best part, the most important part, which are the wrinkles. Now, 2 years ago, I went to Colombia for a few weeks, and over there, I fell in love with a brand called V2. And V2 do lots of organic and natural and safe for the environment bollocks makeup. And the product I still have and I use, and I just can never seem to finish this at all. I use this nearly every single time I do drag. It's a V2 Iluminadores y Contornos. So illuminator, so highlight, sorry, and contour palette. It just lasts forever and it's so, so good. We're going to use that now for the wrinkles. And what we're going to do, we're going to take a really, really flat brush like this, and we're going to go and scrunch my face up, and we're going to find where my natural wrinkles are, and we're just going to press in the natural wrinkles with this contour. And we're going to go with the darkest one possible. So in this case, it is this one. I'm sure you're not going to get this. No one in Colombia is probably watching. But that's how we're going to start and really take advantage of my aging 30-something skin. And it can afford to be messy, and you're going to see why in a moment. And the powder, where we set it really badly earlier, that's also helping as well. So now I've softened up the wrinkles, now I'm going to go in there with a highlighter and a liquid highlighter, and all that's going to do now is going to create a really sort of tight line with the wrinkles I've contoured in. And I'm just going to use a brush like this one here, which is an eyeliner brush, and we're just going to go and do it underneath with a really small amount of concealer, and it's really going to help it pop. Because we're going to use the same concealer as we did before, the Tarte Shape Tape, and because I already have it under the skin as well, it's going to be very, very natural. Now, I don't have the steadiest hand in the world, so I know people will do this a lot better than me. I'm just going with my instincts and trying my best. Because with my dyspraxia, things like this is hard makeup for me, but I'm going to stay relaxed, I'm going to have another sip of pissy, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful. And make sure for all photos, we stay a little bit far away. Which is a rule always with drag anyway. So also the concealer as well, we can also put it in other areas as well, because it's going to create some even more dimension, even more wrinkles, which maybe aren't as obvious with the contour. So now it's going to sort of just do a few more, and we're sort of stretching it away, we're sort of trying to do that sort of droopy element. So you can be creative here. And the final thing we're going to do as well, we're going to do the lip with the concealer as well. Again, I only want the contour in the places where I actually have wrinkles. And then with the natural foundation underneath everything else, just the highlight's going to really highlight this even more. Okay, I'm going to add a few more contour, a few more wrinkles, and I'm going to be right back. So now I've added a few more little wrinkles, a few more little highlights, and now I've let it set for around 5 minutes. And the final thing we're going to do now for the wrinkle process is we're going to go back in with the powder puff, and we're going to push in that highlight. Cake, 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 cake. The things I do for this channel, honestly, you need to make sure you subscribe because I'm putting myself through it today. Okay, well, we have done the wrinkles, now it's time for some more contour. And for the contour, we're now going to concentrate on the jaw area. We're going to go back to our V2 palette, and we're going to think about the idea we did before when we did the liquid. Well, I didn't use a liquid, I used a cream. See me. Okay, we're going to use a little flat brush like this, and again, in the darkest. Okay, make sure it's fully covered. And we're going to really sort of reinforce that round chin that we had. Jaw. I'm getting tired. Before we went down like that. And we're just going to go and bring it down and up. And you see, that's what's really going to really create the idea of gravity not being our best friend. And keep the centre bare. And with my finger, I'm just going to sort of diffuse it. Okay, we're going to carry on with the contour, and we're going to not use bronzer. We're going to again use a V2 palette here, and we're going to use like more of a honey little colour as well to really sort of create the definitions. Because you notice as well, with lots of older people as well, they don't have that natural shadow. They can add bronzer, it definitely looks good, and it offers sort of try and keep it here. And I don't know why, it really, really ages you. So we're going to age ourselves too. So we're going to place it here, and then we're going to go and push it up. And just get some warmth as well. We are going to go around here as well. Just to really, because essentially I'm still trying to look like a pretty older woman, all right? And of course we need to make sure we look really gorgeous and have lots of blush as well to go and hide everything I've not been able to afford on Groupon. And again, I'm going to use a She Glam She Glam Sweet Cheeks. And we're going to use the middle shade here. And we're going to make sure we centre it in the middle and then push it up. Nice rosy cheeks. For a nice mature broad. I'm not old, I'm mature. I'm actually turning into my grandmother. It's not even funny. This is not a makeup tutorial for you, Babcia, I promise. I'm sure she subscribes to Teena Talks. Dobry wieczór. That's Polish. Okay, we're nearly there. Let's go back now to the eyeshadow palette. And for this, we are going to try and be a little bit gorgeous. We're going to use a pen. We're going to use the same colour we did before with the Radi Dusk palette, the Puck one. And we're just going to go and take it halfway through because it's just going to open up my face and make me look even more gorgeous. With all the comments now, like, I'm 71 years young and And we can't be an older lady as well without doing a little smoky under eye as well. And I use this all the time. It's my favourite ever gel liner. It's from Morphe 2. Discontinued now. I've had it for around 3 years. It never runs out. I go for that dramatic black look, you know. It's what Mother taught me during the war, you know. Did they have Morphe during World War II? Maybe she bought it with her ration book. I'm going to make sure it's really, really thick on the outer corner as well. Now it's time for the lips. I'm not going to go and line them at all. I'm just going to go and smack it on. Nothing says older lady than just putting lipstick on as it is. And also as well, if you want to look older, go and use a darker lipstick. It ages you. I'm sorry, it does. So this is for my personal collection, Giorgio Armani lipstick in the shade Lip Maestro. And yeah, just going to go and just do them naturally. Oh dear, all the kids are coming over now. I better go and put my lippy on. The light is changing. It's my ancestors getting angry with me. Oh, come here, come and give Gran a kiss. Don't give Gran a kiss. You'll get rabies. Now, of course, Nan needs to go and have some mascara. And for that, I'm going to use, again, Giorgio Armani. It's a gift from my friend Alessandro. When we're looking at the shade, it's just black. Actually, it's called One Mascara. And Nan just needs to make sure that, you know, all the mascara is on. I'm not very good at mascara, as you'll know if you follow me and see my tutorials. So, wish me luck. Could have used a curler, but hey, Nan doesn't have time. She needs to go and, you know, take the dogs for a walk. Bingo's waiting for her. I don't know. It's flicking again. Here we go. The makeup is on. Let's go and put on a really, really fashionable outfit, and I'll be right back. And here we are, the finished look. God, I feel like Mamie Van Doren. I actually just look like my grandmother, really. I'm just a lovely lady who's just ready to go out on town. You know, it's like 80s night, I'm really hip, I've got my sterling silver, I'm going to probably snog a 20-year-old. It's actually quite fun to be, I guess, an age-appropriate Teena. Now, the final thing I'm going to go and do today is have a bit of fun. I'm going to put a little picture up here, so this is how I look close up. And I thought it'd be really, really fun to go and play around with some filters and really see how people catfish. So I'm now going to go and play around with some videos. Make sure you go and subscribe to Teena Talks. Do a new episode every single Tuesday. The more people who subscribe, the more people who like, the more people who comment, it honestly means so much. If you survived all the way through this video, obviously you enjoy what I do, and it does honestly mean the world. So yeah, let's go and play around with some filters. And yeah, thank you very much. I'll see you next week for another episode of Teena Talks. Woo! Don't cancel me. Nana's got a treat. I've never used a filter in my life, and I'll never use one ever. I wish people would stop spreading these rumours. This is me. I am natural. I'm proud of my age, okay? So you shut up. This is me. I love me. You only wished you were me.